isn't it? Okay, so we're getting ready for this thing. I know you're going to ask some questions about injuries and all that. We still don't know about Mike Merrick. We'll figure that out during the course of the week. He's still, getting cleared. And Colton, he had high ankle sprain, and so that's what we're dealing with. And so you saw what we've done with that. Go.
You guys obviously traded for Stone for a reason, a player that you know pretty well. What does he bring to the table, and if this role increases your opportunity?
We were with him, right from the beginning, and loved the kid, and the work ethic, smarts, mentality is just right. He started probably 14, 15 games or something, and he started on the left side 4 or 5 times as well. So we're confident that he can do the job. That's why we went after him. This is, unfortunately, the scenario that we arise puts him in playtime. So he's ready to go and excited about it and looking forward to it. And I have no problem with him playing.
Pete, in regards to Eric Stokes, how is he doing with the sprained knee?
He says he's fine. He says he's fine. We're going to take it easy on him first today. He'll practice today, but we'll do it, just go slow with it and make sure that he's right. And so he seems to be pretty confident about that. We'll see.
Were you hoping to get more out of your draft class, or just kind of what do you expect in 4 games?
I don't even have an evaluation for that. I don't have any expectation for the draft class. There's a couple guys, when you have a kid like Ashton that's picked up high like that, and you're slotting him into the starting spot really from the beginning, that's different than the rest of the guys. But we just want to keep going with these guys and make the right decisions along the way. We don't do it because you think we should start guys because they've been drafted. That's not how we think. But I love playing young guys, and I love developing them, and we're in the process. You see that we're rotating the defensive tackles a little bit and trying to figure that out and make some good sense of that. On the offensive line in particular, we'd like to hold off as much as we can until these guys really can prove that they're ready. But that you don't always have that opportunity. So Charles he's working like crazy with the really concerns. But now I may have to play right now. So we're going to try to get that prepared. And if he does have to go in there and need it, he'll go. And so, but there's no expectations other than the real obvious ones. You fill a spot with the guy. They got to show it, and we got to bring it to life.
As you prepare for this game, watching Shane Steichen's offense, obviously a guy that went to UNLV here in Vegas, what have you seen from him as a coach, and what has he done to build that program?
They've made a significant shift in their effectiveness from the offseason to now, and Daniel Jones has been right in the middle of all of that. They've got good players. They've got extremely well-equipped, skilled people. Tyler, the new tight end, he's their number 1 targeted guy. The tailback is elite, and so it's been a tremendous connection between, let's say, Shane and Daniel. To get him to play at this high level so early in his time with them. They've come out flying, and they've had great success on offense so far. So Daniel's been the recipient of this opportunity, and thanks to Shane.
On the back end of that, obviously last week you guys did a lot better of a job at going after the run defense compared to week 3. How beneficial is that, kind of seeing the run defense get back on track, especially going against Jonathan Taylor?
Yeah, I would like to think it was an outlier that happened. We missed that stinking play that they go 60 yards on, with 4 guys missing it. But our run defense has been solid. We've been pretty consistent except for that big play there. This was a really good outing for us. I thought both sides of the ball really benefited from the week of practice. I made a big deal about it today. We're going out on Comp Wednesday and expecting those guys to continue to improve. What I've known from the past is you stack Wednesday and Thursday practices, and if you keep having really good ones, then your team improves and they get better. And last week was a really good indication of that. Remember, I was grousing about the week before because of the walkthroughs and all that to try to bounce back, and we missed this element of the preparation process last week, 2 weeks ago, and we benefited this past week. Now we need to build on that, and you need to stack those days up. Wednesdays are huge for us, and it's the fundamental day, it's the line of scrimmage, it's all of those things on both sides of the football that can elevate and really come around. So it showed last week.
Pete, in playing, an undefeated team this week, does that give the team, more of an opportunity to get things going in the right direction?
Can you start the whole question again for me?
Say again?
Say the whole question again.
Oh, 3. I thought they went from. Excuse me, I'm sorry.
That didn't happen.
Go ahead. Disregard me, please. Go ahead.
No, I'm not disregarding you. Go ahead.
But how did you think Darian played coming in?
What a swing, man!
Derek, how'd you think?
Nice job. That's
I had to bounce back with something.
Yeah, he did a nice job, and he's continued to tackle well on teams, and he had a couple shots in the game. He did well, so I'm hoping that we get a chance to get him in the game a little bit more than we did last week.
When someone like Brock Bowers like injures his knee, he's like slowly trying to get back to 100%. How much does that change like the way you guys run as an offense when like your top guys like fully
Well,
feeling where he wants to be?
we're still trying to go to him. We're still trying to get the ball to him and use him for all of the great skills that he has. So nothing's changed in that regard. I think we're going to see him better as he gets rid of that brace that he's wearing, in a couple weeks, whenever that happens. It's worked out well to have him playing. He's been out there and he's been able to practice and prepare and all of that. He's an incredible asset to our team. But we would love for him to get the ball more.
Did you feel that coming to life a little bit in the fourth quarter? I think it was that last drive where you started going to him and you started making things happen. It looked a little bit better.
Unfortunately, it's happened in a couple games where we've got him late more than early, and that's not by design at all. It's just we've been trying to get things going, but it just didn't happen. So, we'll continue to work at that. We love going to him.
Did he look a little bit better though? I mean, did it feel to you like he was looking a little bit more?
I think he's gotten better every week. I think he's looked, more himself every week.
And how do you think so you're 4 games in, how do you think Jordan Meredith has handled the center spot so far?
He's handled it very capably. He's done a nice job of controlling the message inside and the communications and all of that. He's been very consistent. He had a play or two in the game, like guys have, when he got knocked around a little bit. But all in all, he's done a very, very creditable job. Let me say this too. I was really happy with JPJ's game, and he's going to start this week, and looking forward to seeing him contribute again. He had a good significant role now that we can see it all happen. So you can kind of count on that. But I think both those guys, the more that they can be together, the better off they'll be, and it just helps for the continuity and the confidence and the speed of response, and as they're making their changes and their reads inside. So, but I think Jordan's done a nice job for us.
You've been with Gino for a while. How does he clear what happened last week and get back to it?
He's already done it. I thought he did a masterful job with accepting the responsibility. That you guys would all think is so obvious. Turnovers happen. There's a lot of reasons things happen, but as the quarterback, you got to shoulder it, and he did exactly what he should do. He took a day that he needed, and another day that he needed, and he's back to full speed, ready to go. And his brain is on, his mind is clicking, and he's excited about this opportunity.
In regards to the turnovers, I was wondering at what point where it becomes a serious concern. I know you guys, Gino's good at bouncing back.
I don't know that gauge. I don't know what you're asking me. I don't know what that gauge would be. At what point? I don't have a gauge. I've never gotten to that point.
From your experience, when a rookie like Ashton Jeanty has a game like he had, kind of maybe turns the corner, is there something to that where that confidence and that?
Yeah, I think everybody's kind of tuned into that. I mean, we were even talking about, if he just breaks out one, it might make a difference. He's been playing like this the whole time. He has not all of a sudden changed.
Right.
The results came because he's an extraordinary football player, and you can see him make those special plays where guys couldn't tackle him in the open field, and he could finish on the big run, which is gorgeous to see that. I just think we kind of felt like it was just a matter of time, and I think you guys thought that too, and everybody should. He's a tremendous player, and so, but he feels bad about it, I heard him say something like, worried about me or whatever, or something, he ain't worried about it at all, and hasn't been, and continues to prepare with a really clear vision of his contribution, his ability to help out. And, I love that this guy's on the team. I love that everybody saw it, so you guys can look to the next issue that comes about.
He had 2 touchdown catches on Sunday. How beneficial will it be to get him even more involved in the passing game?
There's like as much as we can. We'd love to have him, because if you get him the ball in the perimeter like that, or even when we check it down to him, he's going to make somebody miss most of the time. And so I think it's becoming more clear. Our opponents will see it, and they'll try to take it, steps to keep that from happening. But it's a great asset, and we don't want to miss that. But I mean, we couldn't do everything all at once. You wanted everything to happen at the same time, all at once. It took us a little while, and I feel very good about the progress that we're making. I'm really excited about what happened up front on both sides of the football, but with the running game and the pass protection last week, it just looked so much cleaner and sharper. It just shows you that there's good fortune ahead, and so we're going to keep believing that way.
For someone like Thomas Booker, who hasn't had before he came here had a lot of tape and a lot of playing time, when you were looking at him before getting traded, what specifically were the things that stood out to
He
you?
was really consistent and really firm technique-wise. Didn't get knocked off the ball at all. Like you said, he hadn't had a lot of opportunities. He hadn't had a lot of featured opportunities in passing down situations. He had some other stars on that team, so he couldn't get the opportunity. But he's contributed in a huge way, and he's just as steady as a rock. And I don't know if you guys have had a chance to talk to him, but he's a beautiful kid and he has a lot to offer all of us. And so, again, I think we're just learning to appreciate him more. And he had a couple of really big plays in the game too, which was great.
I'm not sure if you saw Vic Fangio's comments yesterday, but he said the way that kickers are allowed to handle the balls now has led to the long field goals, and it's changed defensive strategies in a way that you're worried kickers can kick longer now. I was wondering if that has impacted your thinking at all, and if you would agree with that.
Well, first off, I love Vic and all, but I wouldn't really agree with that. I'm worried, that they're going to kick more long field goals. I'm not worried about it. They're doing it. It's a fact. So he went softball on that a little bit, but they are kicking the ball longer and they're making more contact now. Did you say it's because they're handling the ball?
They can
more?
handle the balls now during the week, is what he said.
Maybe you'd have to ask the kickers on that one. I wouldn't know.
You guys good?
Something's going on though. Something's going on.